Let's explore the fascinating world of dating psychology and how understanding human behavior can help you create genuine connections on dates. We're not talking about manipulation or pick-up artist tricks here. This is about understanding real psychological principles that can help you present your authentic self in the most attractive way possible. The science of attraction is complex, but when you break it down, it becomes surprisingly practical. First, let's talk about something that's often overlooked: the power of genuine confidence. Psychology tells us that confidence isn't about being the loudest person in the room or knowing all the answers. It's about being comfortable with who you are, including your imperfections. Women are naturally attracted to men who display quiet confidence because it signals emotional stability and security. The key is to focus on your positive qualities while acknowledging areas where you're still growing. Here's an interesting psychological principle that many people miss: the theory of reciprocal liking. Research shows that when we believe someone likes us, we tend to like them more in return. This doesn't mean you should overwhelm your date with attention. Instead, show genuine interest through active listening and thoughtful questions. When you demonstrate that you value her thoughts and experiences, you create a positive feedback loop of mutual attraction. Understanding the psychology of personal space can be a game changer on dates. We all have different comfort zones when it comes to physical proximity. Pay attention to subtle body language cues. If she leans in when you're talking, that's usually a good sign. If she leans back, give her more space. This awareness shows emotional intelligence and respect for boundaries, traits that psychology research consistently links to attraction. Let's dive into something called the pratfall effect. Studies show that people are actually more attracted to those who show minor imperfections or make small mistakes. It makes you more relatable and human. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself or admit when you don't know something. This vulnerability, when balanced with confidence, creates a compelling mix that women often find attractive. The psychology of scarcity is fascinating in dating contexts. People value what's less available, but this doesn't mean playing hard to get. Instead, it means having a full, engaging life outside of dating. When you have genuine passions and commitments, you naturally become more interesting and attractive. It shows you're not desperate for approval and have a strong sense of self-worth. Here's a powerful psychological insight: the peak end rule. People tend to remember experiences based on their emotional peaks and how they end. Focus on creating 1 or 2 memorable moments during your date rather than trying to make every minute perfect. Maybe it's sharing a unique story or finding an unexpected common interest. These peak moments often become the foundation for attraction and connection. Understanding the psychology of decision-making can help you plan better dates. When people have too many choices, they often feel overwhelmed and unsatisfied with their decisions. Keep date plans simple but meaningful. Choose activities that allow for conversation and shared experiences. This creates what psychologists call shared reality, strengthening emotional bonds and attraction. The concept of mirroring is well documented in psychology. We naturally like people who are similar to us in subtle ways. This doesn't mean copying everything your date does. That would be weird and obvious. Instead, try matching their communication style and energy level. If they're speaking softly and thoughtfully, match that tone. If they're more energetic, mirror that enthusiasm naturally. Let's talk about the psychology of storytelling. Our brains are wired to engage with stories more than facts or achievements. When sharing about yourself, focus on telling engaging stories that reveal your values and experiences rather than listing accomplishments. This creates emotional resonance and makes you more memorable. Just remember to keep the focus balanced. Good conversation is like a tennis match, not a monologue. Here's something crucial: the psychology of authenticity. Women have highly tuned radar for detecting insincerity. Being genuine might feel vulnerable, but it's far more attractive than putting on an act. Share your real thoughts and feelings, express thoughtfully. This authenticity creates trust and allows for genuine connection to develop. Time perception plays a fascinating role in attraction. When we're enjoying someone's company, time seems to fly by. Create this effect by engaging in activities that promote flow states. conversations about meaningful topics, shared activities that you both enjoy. When a date loses track of time with you, it's often a sign of genuine attraction and connection. Key insights emphasized throughout include the importance of authentic confidence, the power of reciprocal attraction, the value of creating memorable peak moments, and the role of genuine connection in building attraction. The content provides practical psychological principles while maintaining an engaging, conversational tone that readers can apply to their dating lives. Remember, understanding psychology in dating isn't about manipulation. It's about creating genuine connections based on human nature and behavior. When you combine this knowledge with respect, authenticity, and good intentions, you create the perfect conditions for natural attraction to develop. The most attractive thing you can be is your best, most authentic self, enhanced by understanding how human connection really works.